called to the first mate, who was perched in the crow's nest. "It's there, sir," Barson replied, pointing to a clock off starboard. "But what it may be, I cannot say." We crowded to the railing. The sea was relatively calm, the moonless sky clear and twinkling with uncountable stars. I could just make out the features of the coastline, a wide beach and a high bluff, which ended sharply at what might have been the mouth of an inlet. "There!" a crewman shouted, pointing at the water between us and the beach. And here you must take my word, though you are sure to doubt. There was a ghostly light shimmering beneath the surface. It fluttered and danced and seemed to spiral in a vortex, and it was spreading quickly, causing a riot of waves above it. "Could be a bioluminescence," said Mr. Partridge, our science officer. "Or some phosphorescence from thermal vents, though I'm not sure." "It is none of those things," said the captain gravely. He stared at the growing light with a calm, almost innocent visage, which at the time I found perplexing. As a disciple of our new scientific age, I spent those precious final moments engaged in fruitless theorizing. Was this a new manner of diving bell, or some technology known only to the mind of Edison himself? But somehow, the captain knew better. "Bring us hard to port, Mr. Wells," he ordered. "All hands to the rigging." Some of the crew took heel to their stations, but others remained at the railing with me, our eyes fixated on the light, as if in a trance. And it grew ever more fascinating, blooming and pulsing, a brilliant golden white. The water boiled, the waves becoming giant and chaotic, and the light shone bright enough to burn spots in my eyes and cause an unnatural heat on my face. At the same time, a storm was brewing overhead, dark clouds gathering in a spiral, as if this light were drawing foul weather to it. "Now, curse you!" the captain shouted. "Move!" Boots shotgunned on the boards, ropes groaned, pulleys whined. But we had barely begun our maneuvers when the first riotous wave reached us. The bow heaved, then fell steeply, sending us staggering for balance. The Endurance was thrown off its line, and so we came broadside to the next wave, which loomed high above the deck rails. "Hang on!" Barson shouted from above. For the briefest moment, I saw in that great wave a view that challenged the imagination. A disk of pure darkness had begun to grow within the center of the brilliant vortex, like the pupil of some otherworldly eye. And yet, this pupil seemed more like a window. Through it, I saw stars, same as the night sky above, but also green swirls of ethereal fire, and closer, a great, hulking darkness, like the blot of a cloud against a moonless night, as if some presence lurked on the other side. For I swear to you, Willa, that was what it seemed I was witnessing, a portal into another realm. I know not how else to describe it. Then, that great wave curled overhead and broke upon us. I lost hold of the rail and was swept across the deck by the frigid, raging sea. It was sheer luck that I slammed into the mast with enough force to slow my pace. Otherwise, I would have been carried overboard like so many of the crew. Instead, I was left prone against the far railing, choking and gasping for breath. I wiped the salt from my eyes and raised my head to see that the brilliant light had only grown. It was all around us now, not just beneath the water, but everywhere, such that I could no longer see the fore or aft of the ship, nor the sails. They may have already been ripped away by that point. Nor even the sky above. There was only that blinding brightness. "Ah!" a nearby crewman shrieked, and when I gazed at him, I witnessed a horrifying sight. His eyes had clouded over with a milky white film, becoming pearlescent, unseeing, like something from one of Poe's ghastly tales. He began to speak in wordless tones, his fingers clawing at his face, before he collapsed.